So I've done some reviews before for Feel of Steel, or just look at it, and whenever they type, it's obviously it's not in English, so that's why I was like, and these are all English, so that's what I assumed. I think it's good. That's good that you're like if you're not able to get your proc on it, you paused. Why did you pause? You're playing it like similar to like how in Furnace, like if you shoot and like you're about to get your passive, your bite to go off, but then they hide, you're going for your load, because it's good, because if you like if you were just to wait trying to for these last 3 shots and then trying to get that bite off, I already like that you're doing that. Bullying the non-player, okay. Why didn't fucking Paige pause? My cat was on my lap, that's why I paused. It's just funny. Okay, nice. You can, I've been doing this and I've learned that it's slightly faster, at least at this beginning of the phase, with how melees are. Once you parry, try to squeeze in a heavy melee to the Guardian. Fucking Calico, let you have your fucking stack. I would have raked on that. If you had raked her, you would have procced Love Bite. Since rake builds it up as well, right? I'm pretty sure it looked like, because it was almost there once you parried, and she might have been out of the range, but I think it would have been better to try. Fucking McGinnis still not here. She's DC'd. Nice. My bad. She comes back in like 4 minutes. Why the fuck play the game then? Also, if the game finds that you're not here for fucking 3 to 4 minutes, the game should just end. So what I kind of, oh, I guess, okay, so this is a different scenario, because it's literally just Paige. If this was 2 people, I would say try to squeeze in farming these neutrals instead of this, but this is a little bit different. She literally can't do anything about this. I would literally, why this game should have just been canceled. So at least can't super help you laning wise, because this isn't your typical lane. But normally, like I said, between clearing these waves, since you don't normally get this much pressure on the Guardian, you would want to try to capture theirs. Like you could even take it from here, like, or take yours and watch Paige fire. Paige fire can hurt. We can let every game if you want. No, it's fine. I mean, if you're fine with it, I'm fine with this. I don't really care. We're already here, so if she comes back and you think this will still be good, it's fine. So I'm cool with it. I'm fine, cool. And we'll just stick with it. So when in that one, I don't know if you saw it, but you still had the green aura, and since you had the 20 health, I wouldn't have even tried to poke it. I would have just, unless you didn't care, because like I said, it's a little bit different. I would have just tried to back off more and gradually went to the Guardian, since her shots are low velocity. I know you had like 20 health, but you might have been able to escape it instead of getting sword. I thought it was out of range. If you glow green like that, then you're gonna get that means you're in the range of the sword. Yeah, see how she briefly glowed green. It was really quick, but I mean, but yeah, I mean, it's really hard to tell. So it's all good anyways. I would just, okay, so what you should do in this one, you would want to kill these minions and then back off. Literally kill it. Don't even stay around for this. Go take their neutral and then go get the buffs. One of you like trying to since you don't even have Nox yet, like getting your bite on there is not going to do anything, and you're not going to scale. So just poking this, it'd be more efficient to try to steal their neutral. You're doing their boxes now, but a second ago you backed off. You could have backed off a little sooner, because then the buffs are going to be summoning your second. You could have taken this and then go over here and left Calico here, or vice versa, and she could have went over there. You actually had no idea. Yeah. Oh, about Nox not building up. Yeah, if you don't have If you don't have your ult, getting love bites actually doesn't do anything. It does not build them up. You have to have your ult first. Yeah, see the bird. So like you could have got the gun left. Ideally the spirit, but regardless. Pushing Walker, fighting underneath a Walker is scary. And of course, like I said, it's different. But I'm surprised they didn't even talk that out.
The right item can tip the scales.
I like her little parasol change. I'm glad that they did that. So from here you could have tried to rotate. Why are there no minions spawning? Because oh, it's delayed. That's why. Because 6 minutes in here. I would have either rotated to green or and let Calico here since she was coming back. Maybe, or you could just talk it out, which I want. But I don't think both of you needed to be here. And could have rotated and steal the neutral that's going to eventually spawn one day. But okay, that's good. Yeah, get the kill and then just back off. Actually, she fucking has only 1k. Again, normally different. Like I said, you take the neutral when you leave. Good, you come back over here. Yeah, you got it. No, you're not. Come back for the mini wave. That's actually better. Just get a couple of them and then rake them and then leave. Poke, poke, rake. Then leave. Whack. One little minion made it through. Yeah, you need to buy. You need a super buy. Instead of doing this way real quick, just go get your buy. You have not bought in a minute. And since Calico's here, you don't need to like super be up here with her. Because it's just McGinnis. Yeah, you like shading this part. This isn't the most optimal use of your time with how strong walkers are. Like I said, I know McGinnis is super behind, obviously, but technically you are at the same, almost at the same level as McGinnis. You specifically, because you only have spirit. Like kill the wave and then back off. Like look at all this neutrals here you could take, or you could go and you could take this and then rotate to their side. Walkers have increased resistance. Yeah, the walkers are super strong at the beginning of the game, which starts going down at 15 minutes. That's why, like, if you watch some of the other videos, like Deathy or Pashi or anybody else that does like some of the reviews and whatnot, then they'll mention this, like between 10 to 12 minutes, or sorry, 10 to 12, 15 minutes. If you can push a walker, cool. But the main thing at that time is keeping your lead. You want to just farm at that, get an earn if possible, and farm. That's your objective at those points. Unfortunate on there. If you had cold front, you could have cleared this slightly faster. But I don't necessarily like just following what everyone else likes. So I know like getting all I don't. If I was to play Mina, I honestly wouldn't get cold front. At least not most of the time. You should leave the woo girl alone, actually, and because I was gonna say you should get sinners. Oh, it looks like you probably talked about Calico because Calico's here. The woo girl, she's the woo girl. When they first changed that sign, I wouldn't leave her. I would just leave Calico alone. Just leave it. Take the sinners. Nice. Whenever they changed McGinnis's ult sound to do that, ended up calling her the woo girl. Wow, wow, because of her ult. One of you should clear this way first before doing this, because if you clear this wave would move, and you get more souls from this wave because you just missed out one minion. Calico might get there for the other minion. Yeah, she got here for the other minions, but you missed one minion, and minions give the most souls, of course. I hated when they remove it. Yeah, her old sound was a little bit better. I don't even remember what it sounded like because it's in a fucking like a year. The woo girl was so loud. Oh, when it, yeah. I mean, it's still a little bit of a wooey, but they changed the sound a couple times, and I just remember, and maybe that's the one we were talking about. It was literally like a woo, woo, like a police siren. kill the turret. Like this constant poking thing, I don't think this is the bet. Like you could get this, you get one of the buffs, you could steal the other camps. Now like there's 3 people here now. And you didn't even get a stack off of that, so I mean you killed her. But a 10-second cooldown for where you might die. I'm glad you ulted him, actually. Like I said, this is a little bit of a unique situation, given, you know, a 2v1 for the first half. And Furnace is living his life on yellow, so you could totally rotate over here to green and kill them, and you can get stacks this way and take their camps at the same time. I don't think both of y'all needed to come back here. Krill could have killed him. Gotcha. I mean, she's good. Okay, you're chasing to get that bite. Okay, then once you got that bite, just back off. There's no point staying there. What they're at that point. Yeah, the only thing so far, like, I think this is too much, because look at all the stuff here you could take, especially the centers. Are you like super looking for one of them? I mean, I guess they're going out of the way for it, but it could have been a little bit quicker way to take that one. And then you could finish take that if you're gonna really super take. You have a lot of souls as well. Might as well literally just kill the wave before leaving. Oh, you can one-shot them. Never mind, I forget. You're Mina with enough spirit at this point that you can just one-shot them. You think it was an air raid siren? Yeah, it was really weird. Yeah, this part, I won't say it too much more, I guess, but going back and forth just for these kills. This, like, look at the urn that you could possibly be doing while the 2 of y'all are fighting, and you have 6k. So even though you have 6k, you know, she could be, you could be on the same level as some of these ones. They're knocking on their door as well. It's interesting. But yeah, one of y'all can stay here and then take all this, especially the centers. Kill this next wave and then go look for a cult farm right there and then take that camp and then, or take this and then farm. Like this is just astounding that they're up here. But, you know, I guess given that, this is okay. 30 seconds. Interesting. Do you normally get cooldown with Mina, or do other builds that you follow or might have seen get cooldown? I would have ulted that probably sooner. Cooldown is on here. I get it for love bites. Yeah, okay. I was more thinking because of Sanguine. I don't know if you take advantage of it at all, but whenever you're using Nox, like you can go into the walker and Nox it sooner. And then when it's about a slam, you can Sanguine in between the slam and be okay. So if you want to be like aggressive with Nox sooner, that's an option that you can do with it. You need to try to also get something needed for your cult. I think once you got the proc on that 7, going to the tier 3, eating it real quickly, and then going back to 7 might have been slightly better, or even just one of these ones. I don't know. That was kind of like, eh. I'm more just trying to think of a way to like maximize cult. Yeah, I mean, for sure now, definitely you can use it, so make sure to try to utilize it. I mean, like I said, I'm a victim of it too, so You can actually press him pretty hard if you can get another bite on him. I would just rake the minions, kill him quickly, and then you could back out, take their camps, or just try to kill him, because this is an interesting. Oh, now there's Billy. I don't know if you saw that. If you saw Billy, you should just leave. Bonk. And remember using. Yeah, that's an interesting safe spot. Oh.
The spirit urn is waiting to be
I think once you got up there, you should have dashed away and then use a resto lock for your stamina.
Let me show you how it's done.
Or once you got on that, try to get on the bounce pad. If it was an attempt, it was kind of funny, but this is an abnormalish game. Regardless of the weird, like constantly like shoving down here with trying to utilize the rest of the map for souls and whatnot. Everything else seems pretty good standard wise. Even here during this, you could, I'm assuming because like fight this, one thing you could do.
They only have one
He's got a shrine.
left.
What the fuck? Like you could try to see if somebody else could come over here for mid boss, but what I was gonna say is you could wait over here with Paradox and get the urn. That was what I was gonna say. Since they are literally knocking on their door.
Must continue.
Give up if I were you.
Gameplay wise, I would say maybe try to use Sanguine a little more. Like take advantage of it for either the reload or just some of the movement stuff. Oh, that's not fun. Fuck that shit. If you see 7 jumping up towards you too, you could try to silence him sooner. And y'all need to back out, yeah. Slightly overstay the welcome. Once you drop the patron, try to back off, or rotate to this fight and fall, fight behind them a little. Oh, there's the cooldown, yeah, like I said. Meanwhile, during this, Paradox is still just living her life on green. She should leave, okay.
Just me. I need to be smart.
Wee. Meow. Glad you're bugged. These two should have went to this lane. Okay, Infernus, no, Infernus, go. Thank you.
Wait for the grand finale.
You can use Rake a little bit more now too, now that you have cooldown, like to clear minions faster, since it's on a 7-second. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Just die already.
And they get away from Mo, he's gonna look for it. Oh.
Such finesse.
I probably would have backed off from Mo, since Mo's by himself.
Almost feel sorry for them.
And then instead of chasing this, you should ping mid boss. This is a mid boss moment. Instead of running all the way down and just forcing, if you get mid boss, you basically confirm the game and you would have ended like right here. And it wouldn't have gone on for like another 10 minutes. Because now they're respawning. And y'all were already all here. And Mo's still behind y'all as well. I mean, you wouldn't know the Mo, but I saw him pop up on the minimap a second.
Hate your stupid pompadour.
That's risky. I'm actually surprised Infernus doesn't kill it. Oh, he backs off and leaves. Damn, bro, look at this. He's trying. He got it.
That is one scary son of a bitch.
Yeah, especially with this Infernus. If y'all had went mid boss a second ago, which is a little hard to communicate, of course, y'all would have won. I do think y'all would have won, like here, like in the next 5 minutes, roughly.
Spirit urn is waiting to be claimed.
And I've talked about that today quite a bit, mid boss specifically, because of just what it offers.
They took out Paradox.
I think speeding down here was risky because they're all spinning. Like you waste. I think using your speed boost rather was a waste, is what I was getting at. Haze, leave Haze. Don't even go back for her.
Well, the help is all dead. That's
And then
awesome.
when you leave, when you can, take their stuff. So you could have like took these two, took the centers, or it would honestly would have been safer on this side because Haze was over there that died. So you like take that center in that camp before doing your stuff, since it's safer over here. Boop 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 boop. Nice. Since there's a big fight over here, yeah, okay, yeah. This if you win this fight, it's good. I was gonna say this is actually good that you rotated. I wasn't sure. I think this is good that you rotated because you rotating over here could basically win the game. Yeah, so you kill 3, what you do here, you don't chase, you go mid boss. Haze is already here, Infernus is like this is an instance. Yeah, okay, you pinged it. Surprised if you do get it here. Oh, that's why you don't do it.
If I were you.
You don't do it. I think in this instance, I don't know. Them pushing this isn't the right call, but you being not there, I'm not sure. Because they're all respawning now. Yeah. Okay. You shouldn't have come up with it. Yeah, this is weird.
The enemy could be anywhere.
Definitely when you pinged, that was the right moment. Like 100%.
Die, please.
And now I would just go by. Yeah. Just go over here and go by. And since you have your shop, you can even go over there as well.
Play.
Nice rake. You really wanted to, or you could just go back to blue, fix wave, and buy over there.
I want your blood.
Bonk. Yeah, one of y'all should have went to blue. Billy's just gonna get this now. Paradox is there though.
They've taken our blue.
But so this is interesting. So Paige is here, which means she isn't at mid boss. There's at least 2 here. All right, I'm just gonna put this on where there's just 3 down there.
Guardian on you.
I think instead of wherever you went, I got the centers. I think you should have came back here sooner.
Be careful. They got the ring. Why isn't Shiv dying? The beginning of the end.
Yeah, and this just goes to show the power of mid boss. Like they now caught up to y'all, and they're able to get kills from
I
y'all,
don't like being this exposed.
and they still have at least 1 rejuve. You can use your resto for the extra stamina recovery, so make sure to utilize that. Glad you escaped. But yeah, when you pinged it, that was definitely the mid boss moment. Instead of getting trans cooldown, you could have considered getting spirit burn too,
Oh, Manhattan.
or getting, because it'll obviously help fight objectives and minions and shit, or enemies and shit. Woo woo. A 2 race at air dash, homie needs to bounce in the air more. Yeah, yeah.
My
That's kind of what I was mentioning too, especially since you have trans cooldown,
Take my time,
and it's a little used to just like if I was to go play Mina like right now, I wouldn't be utilizing it enough, but because I only have like 6 games on her. But ideally, yeah, you wanna take advantage of Sanguine and your resto more, or the stamina. I'm glad that you're going for the sinners, but yellow's needs to be fixed. So you can go down to this shop and fix that. Somebody needs to fix this. You could have looked on your map and saw in here and here, so that's part's good. He's able to get out, so don't chase. Yeah, there's no need for this to happen right here. This shouldn't happen.
I see the enemy.
Glad you ate.
what is mine?
Okay, Bebop goes 6 yellow. With everybody knock on the door though, you can win with this. For sure. Possibly. Watch the unnecessary damage. Maybe even fucking taking a lot of damage from a turret. You took 300 damage from a turret that was just sitting there. So watch out from that. Yeah, and then they all came like this is a trickling one. That's a problem like whenever you like constantly triggering like now Bebop's knocking on the door, but there was 4 people here, excuse me, and they can just kill him and you left, so now there's like they have the advantage up there. This is really questionable for them to stay. Haze is still here for some reason. What is she doing? She's trying to get out. Which is a little hard to stay. I mean, I know it's hard staying like coordinated, organized, you know, with randos and everything.
The sky will be
But sometimes, like calling, like I mean, you saw like how I played. I talk. I know not everyone talks, but and it's harder in different languages or regions. I mean, excuse me.
satisfying.
You should go fix this. This right here. Like this wave here is coming. Or at least then in Furnace, because I saw him also chase over here. Both of y'all didn't come here. How's Mina going? It's good. The game should have ended a little quicker, but other than that, it's mostly been going good.
Burning them to cinder.
Oop.
Your arcane mastery.
So you already ate. You could fix this wave or try to rotate over here as quick as you can. Farming right now though probably isn't the smartest, and the reason why, because you have enough. If you killed this wave, you would definitely have 64. But this fight that's happening, this is a like this fight here could win the game. So instead of farming this that you did, rotating like in this right here, doing this right here, could basically win the game. Now everybody's rotating over here, so it's really risky. Yeah, now it's like too late to even go in this. I should have forced mid. Sorry, like literally, dude. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry for saying it like 7 times. That's. I mean, hell, good for you for trying behind. I don't really normally do that. I wouldn't risk that with her small health base, and you can use, you know, your resto locket quicker while you're in the air. You need to watch out for her turrets too. Her turrets have been doing a lot of damage. Nice. I'm glad you got out.
I got lucky.
Yeah, especially since you did have, you know, enough for a tier 4. Get the spirit burn now. Huzzah. You just proc it and then like light them up. Break him. Alright, he's dead. He's not dead because of fucking McGinnis, I think. Page put spirit burn on her? That's interesting. This is an aggressive page. Mystic regen worth it? No. It's not worth it on Mina. If you really wanted one on Mina, you would get Radiant Regen, the tier 3 version. But it's not the most optimal way for sustainability for her. I personally like it, so I would get it. The one is an insane heal already, yeah. I would get it from time to time. I wouldn't. It's not like an everyday game thing that I would say you would get. But Mystic Region doesn't proc from her shots, but Radiant Region does. Probably just some bug or some shit because people have been talking about it. It hasn't changed obviously in 2 months. Because the only change they've done in 2 months is the balance stuff. This wave I think is a higher priority.
Urn is waiting to be claimed.
Or be quicker when you farm. Rake them, nice. But Rake is normally like the main sustainability, and that's kind of the reason why. And yeah, it's with her such a small health base. She doesn't really take advantage of like she has the lowest health. You know, she has 2k. Calico's close, but not a whole lot. Haze is low too, but this Haze doesn't have any green items. Probably Bullet. Normally she has a couple more, like at least Fury Transfer, Vampiric Burst. So her health would be more, but Mina's health scaling is lowest. This is a mid-boss moment. Yeah. And you could win. But if they just... Because unfortunately it's like kind of like constantly like timing, constantly doing this. If that's the case, you could... is that hurting it? Oh, cool. I didn't think that was counted in the pit. I was going to say you could get Infuser or Lifesteal on this one. And you can learn to solo mid-boss yourself. But sorry, again, at least with the reason, like, since you have such a low health base, Mina doesn't want to take like 10-second fights. She wants to poke and get quick, or she wants like she wants like 3 seconds fights of that. Just like what fucking Neon did there. What they did, like you go in, you rake, you get love bite close and you rake them, or you rake them afterwards for that. Her turrets have been killing you. Holy shit. Look at this. Yeah, so Mina doesn't play the long game. She plays the instant game. I would just eat a minion. Like at this point, the game's really kind of over. As long as you play properly. You don't need to farm. Once you did mid-boss, you could have went to a secret shop to buy. Because you do have you have enough for a tier 4.
Time to go. The enemy could be anywhere.
I like that actually, that you backed off briefly and then came back in. See how he just rakes, or rather, Nick, see rather how they rakes, and they had 200 health and they got 1,000 health. Rakes healing scales by spirit. So the more spirit you have, the more you recover. It's a parry fest. Is he ever a Butyl? Calico ever Butyl? Nope. I just thought that parry was pretty quick. Burger boxing? Yeah, it was kind of weird. I mean, to be honest, like I like the idea of running a Radiant Region just for shits and giggles, like haha. And then if you get healing, like it's fun in practice, but in an actual game, there's better sustainability on top of, like Tex just said, E shift. Doing E shift, and then if you really wanted to, you can get Infuser between the two of those ones with her rake. Kind of good to go. You could even get healing booster if you really wanted to, the tier 2 version. And then since that boost heal on kill as well with the spirit. But Neon, I hope that was helpful. In general, or I guess a quick summary, I would say try to utilize Sanguine a little bit more. So for movement and being a little bit more aggressive, like go in, poke, think kind of like Tracer from Overwatch, or you could go in, poke, and then get out. Use this as your blinks. So this could definitely help out with that. And then using your locket more, because since it gives you your stamina back, even if it's on, even if you like have 1 stack of it, you'll still get 2 stamina. And as Tex mentioned, like you're up in the air and you sanguine, you get your dash back. You sanguine and you use locket, and then you'll have your dash. You have your dash backs again after your second one too, and you'll have your stamina that you can use one. The enemy page, yeah, she was rich, and she, she didn't even have trophy collector. Then outside of that, it's trying to coordinate mid boss more. There is like 4 out of the yeah, like the high skill range again. Out of the one time you did it, there was probably 3 other opportunities y'all could have done it sooner, and it probably would have ended the game a little bit quicker. At least definitely helped push lanes or just map pressure. Excuse me, which I know is a little bit hard when you're soloing and no one's listening, because you literally pinged it. I heard it, and it was definitely the right time, but then they just pushed blue, right? I would have pinged it again or tried to ping it multiple times, but what I was also going to say is you could consider like playing around, you know, in the you could consider playing around in the map with her and seeing how much you need to tank mid boss, at least to half health, so your team knows. Because if you can hear like they go, it helps let your team know, right? So like, oop, let's get tank, spirit, burn. Let's get mystic, cult, stamina, and let's just first do spirit lifesteal. Let's go to half level. 16. Let's do 19. Let's do no death just to be safe. You had that, you had this, you had this, you had this. All right, let's find out. You need to fist more. Yeah, they're like, because you saw, remember whenever they had mid boss as well, and they killed y'all, and then they came even again, right? That was just from mid alone. And imagine if that McGinnis was there the full game, the game would have been a lot closer. And I mean, who knows how it went, but. And then as you do this, since we don't have stacks, oh, I needed S again. And then like, if you can figure out how quickly you can get there just to sustain that mount, right? At least the roar, if anything, that's gonna force your team to come down here. And it looks like on this one you would have to poke a little bit more, because that's still not quite a bit of sustainability. But you're a better Mina player than I am, so
I'll make them bleed.
like kit wise and stuff. Actually, let's see if we just have all on this one. If we no cooldown, and then max health, or yeah, max full health. All right, let's try it again real quick. Okay, that was, and we do this. So, yeah, that one's better if you had max, and then that's closest. At escalating? Do you get escalating normally? Okay.
Don't do justice to the wonders I sell.
Oop. I was gonna go to the,
When it comes to raw power.
you know, so I was gonna go to the secret shop to buy full health. Don't forget to activate cultist. Sure. I have to go eat something. All right. All right. I mean, probably should have waited. Oh god. Can we do this? I'm trying to watch just how much health recovering it takes. How long does it respawn? No. Okay, we'll try one more time real quick. But you see the idea though, is I think even if you can get it to the roaring point, and it's at least like whenever, like when you pinged it, your team go. Sometimes much this was away. Your team was like right here-ish roughly, where I'm scribbling. If you could have made it roared, they had a better chance to come back in time before the enemy. What's a better counterspell? What's better? Oh, counterspell ethereal. Depends on the purpose. If you want more offensive, ethereal E shift, ethereal shift. If you want more defense, counterspell, and cheaper option, obviously. And if you get, since you have trans cooldown, since you run trans cooldown, both of them are affected by it, which is great. So counterspell, let's just buy both real quick so we can see it. Get out of here. So with trans cooldown, you'll see that counterspell goes on. Both go down to 14 seconds. It's wonderful. But I think if you want to be more offensive wise, ethereal is better because of what it offers. Texas saying in general that E shift in general is super good. The heals and consequences for getting full. Yeah, I was more of just thinking because counterspell can be utilized because of how it works with abilities. Counterspell could be more of a game changer than E shift in defensive situations, you know? Because like whenever I play 7, there's times where I just pop E shift and then I immediately cancel just for the buff. Sometimes, not always, but like I was like, oh, there's a B bomb, his bomb's about to go off. I'll pop it, let the bomb go off, and then I'll cancel it for the boost, and then I'll do whatever I need to. You've been getting Echo Shard better than getting Echo Shard yeah, you should experiment around with E shift. I don't know how much other players do. I watch Ido play Mina a lot. So he's the one that I would see, and he has it here, right? So this, if I was to replay / learn Ido, or sorry, learn Mina, Ido's who I would follow, or at least initially when I'm learning her, before I would like make my own shit. But I'm surprised he put Spirit, but yeah, oh, he's down here below. But and since you don't get Cold Front, don't worry about it. Surprised he doesn't have Enchanter's Emblem on here, but I guess at his rank or whatever, his Spirit Shielding is a lot stronger. And then K-Dash, of course, is K-Dash. There is a monster with a great number of videos too. Yeah, both of them are really good. Ido does a little coaching on his like tier, on his own like little team for like deathy shit. So if you want, they might have like a Mina that he could help like critique on that, so you could see from there if that has interest. But because Zergy doesn't do like tutorials. Oh, he did get remove stamina locket. Sorry, resto locket, stamina locket. But yeah, whenever you like you're up in the air, we go wee. Oh, that's why he has connect dash for the extra stamina too. You go wee, and then you go wee, and then 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 wee, and wee. Look at that, you already moved it across the map. Of course, it used 5 bars, but that's what Text and I were kind of like saying. Oh, my bad. Get away, shush. Try to utilize Sanguine a little bit more, and then dashing with it. Since each teleport, each blink, so to speak, covers a dash, or since you have stamina mastery, it recovers both dashes. Wee.
I go where I wish.
Wee. Alright, so you can play around with that. And now with her umbrella, unfortunately, her umbrella does not reset when you tracer dash, when you Sanguine retreat.
On the prowl.
But maybe they'll change it. I don't know. That's why, yeah, her mobility is insane. And you asked about Mirage too, about like just learning macro or just general like gameplay stuff. That's why kind of Mirage is similar to a degree, like Mina's like pocket Mirage with a gun, right? Instead of ability based pocket, she's gun based pocket. It's kind of what I would equivalent her to. So if you want to learn a little bit more like just map stuff with less ability and micro shit, Mirage is a good contender for that, because you can kind of do the same thing to a degree if you go at least hybrid spirit with Mirage, in my opinion. Even I guess if you do go full gun, but whatever. And then you can come back and like you can play Mirage for like 10-ish games or so, or whatever you want to. to improve just in general, like we said, with like some of the laning or general stuff with micro, like kind of weaving neutral farming or centers farming in between waves. Like if you wanted to do that, you could do with Mirage. If you don't want to worry about the macro, but honestly, if you really like Mina, I would just say just stick with Mina. Learn how to do it with Mina, because if you really enjoy Mina more so than anyone else, just stick with her so that you don't have to like, oh, I play this many games with someone else, but I really like her. Get used to Mina's stuff, and it takes a bit to get used to like some of the other stuff to improve on, and like combining everything. I mean, you'll eventually get it if you play enough with her. And then what I do is that I try to look at small things that I want to improve upon. No, sorry, not small things. I make like out of like I'd say the couple lists of things that you would want to improve on, or that you feel like you would want to improve on. Just focus on 1 or 2 of those things for, you know, X amount of games until you don't have to mentally do it, and then move on to the next item. His ult kind of Mac before he's move, and he's more of an M1. Yeah, his mark is, you know, similar roughly to, you know, Love Bite, Scarab kind of sure, and then the Tornado roughly with the tree. He's less, obviously, he is definitely less moba. He heals less, but he heals less bursty, but sustainability he does good. So that's why, like, if you wanted just a general like chewy character that could give you similar vibes as Mina, Mirage is good. But based off of kind of what you're saying, I would just stick with Mirage. I would just stick with Mirage. Or sorry, I would just stick with Mina. To be honest. All right, chat. Do you have any other questions, Dion? Any other advice or questions wise right now that you have for me? Boing. Beep, beep, beep. Wee. Okay. Since there's not, I'm going to go, chat. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this